I am writing a movie about how close we are in this world, any of us, to becoming extremely violent. Because I know when my children were born, I understood one thing very quickly is I would die for them and I would kill for them. One of my favourite ideas in the screenplay is that in order to create something beautiful in a garden, it also requires a certain amount of violence to tear things out of the earth in order that they can regrow.
Have you ever killed anyone?
Why would you say that?
That stuff is all very special, and I think Paul gives us that, but he doesn't try and over-explain. You know, he would see a set, and then he would take away anything that was unnecessary. And I think that's a good sign of everything else he does with his writing and his composition and with the way he shoots a scene. Anything that's unnecessary, he gets rid of it. In my mind, I'm always still this very young actor, you know, now I'm almost 50. So I'm somewhere in the middle. And I always used to be excited going to work as a young actor, working with actors that I knew or had watched, you know, and Sigourney's one of those people. She's so warm and heroic, warm as a real human being and heroic in our imagination of her history of cinema.
Get away from her, you bitch!
But so on the other side of things, now that I'm older, I love working with younger actors because anything is possible. Quintessa really challenged Paul, you know. I think I came to work with Paul thinking, just do everything he wants me to do, which I think is the right thing for an actor. It's like, put yourself in the hands of a director and trust them. It was wonderful watching Quintessa just go, why? Why am I doing this? I would never say that. But it wasn't to be combative, it was more about Quintessa teaching Paul about a generation that he was writing about that Quintessa was very much a part of. So it's like, why not share your experience, you know? The easy story would be to show a character and allow them to be forgiven in an easy situation. And like you say, Paul creates a character who has done the worst things. And then he asks you to watch them be welcomed into intimacy and love. But it's a good question because if you commit a terrible act in this world and you're still alive, yes, there's prison and there's punishment, but part of the punishment of life is to still be alive and to deal with your past and to deal with your future, because your future involves opening up other people's awareness to your past, you know. How do you live in the world if you've done terrible things? And I think these questions are good to ask, and not everyone will agree. It's really interesting. I'm a father now. I became a father 2 years ago. I have twins. Faux jumeaux. I am very conscious of different things now, and I'm very aware of how I'm perceived in the world in a different way for what example I set for my children, how present I am for them. I care a little bit less about work because I'm caring more about life for a change. But I'm still obsessed with work. I'm very much interested to go back to the world of the tone of the movie that I made, the first movie I made called The Gift. But in terms of theme, I'm really interested in fatherhood and protection of family, and I think it's a really fertile ground for suspense and mystery and drama.
Thank you, Joel.
Thank you.
That's all for us. Thank you.
Pleasure, man.
It was great. Thank you.
Thank you.